Le Aldine. Maybe I should take a look.
Peace be with you, my friend.
And with you too.
Relax, and let me tell you your fortune.
It's not really my thing, but you can have a go if you like.
Why is it that you are here, if you do not believe?
That's a good question.
Wait. You're looking for something.
Who isn't?
Well said, my son. But you are looking for a friend. But along the way, you have already lost much.
Granted. My plane, my booze, my artificial sheep.
You've traveled far and wide, but what you seek is a long way away and well hidden. To reach it, you will have to break boundaries that could bring you close to failure. And perhaps after all that, you will see something that was never meant to be seen. The search is a test. If you pass it, you will find what you are looking for. If you fail, then endless darkness will come over the world, and all hope will be lost.
You've managed to be both incredibly vague and very specific. You're saying I'm responsible for saving the world. All I'm really after is my friend Richard.
Both questions lead to the same answer. If you succeed, you will find your friend. You will have to decide, however, what price you are willing to pay to save your friend. If you fail, it will be more than his life at risk.
Not for the first time. I think we're done here. I don't really have time to decipher these cryptic pleasantries.
Wait! I see something joyous as well. Shortly before you reach your goal, you will find something that you do not seek, because you believe it to be lost.
You mean I'll have a full set of cufflinks again? Well, hats off to you. It was a good performance at any rate.
Knowing your future can be exciting, but frightening as well. Whatever way you look at it, it's a very intense experience.
Yes, but something tells me that intensity isn't entirely natural. Be honest, you've got something a bit naughty burning in the background, right?
Oh, this is no secret. The smoke of the thorn apple seed opens the mind and deepens your consciousness. There has been no manipulation or hypnosis. I simply sharpened your senses so that you could see images from your future.
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty relaxed, if you know what I mean.
And tomorrow, you will have a serious headache. But do not concern yourself. Thorn apple is not harmful in such small quantities. Believe it or not, we actually use it as an aphrodisiac and a remedy for lung problems, as an example. Having said that, you need to know that it is poisonous and must be used in moderation.
Can you sell me some of your thorn apple seeds?
You seem to like those, don't you?
I have some problems with my lungs or something. I think thorn apple seeds are the only cure.
It sounds most likely. Unfortunately, I cannot give you any from my stock, as I am already running low. But you can find thorn apples growing almost anywhere where there's enough moisture. It looks like a thorny weed with white flowers. You're sure to find some in the area.
Thanks. Where can I find those thorn apple plants again?
Have a look for some thorny bushes with white flowers close to the water.
Okay, thanks very much.
But be careful. Use only very small amounts for your treatment. Taking too much will cause unpleasantness.
Sounds terrible. I'll avoid that at all costs. Goodbye. Can't wait to get this robe off. Blue's not my color. Ah, these must be the seeds the shaman talked about. I'll grab a plant. They're a little thorny, but needs must.
Is there nobody here who would like to challenge Aziz? Are you all cowards?
The thorn apple seeds are supposed to have an intoxicating effect. Bad, Fenton. Shouldn't be cheating, but it's all for the greater good. I just need to slip the seeds in when no one's looking.
I am looking for a challenger for Aziz the Invincible. Who has the courage to challenge Aziz? 100 francs for anyone who can bring Aziz to his knees.
Job done.
You? You want to try again? Really? Hear ye, hear ye! The British Bulldog, the mighty Paddock, has returned to challenge Aziz once more. This is why you have returned, correct?
Sure, I'll give it a try.
Excellent. Let the battle begin. Unbelievable. How did you best Aziz?
I am the mighty Padlock. Do you need more explanation?
I am certainly impressed. We will need to retire Aziz very soon, I think. Please, take your 100 francs.
Thanks very much. I've been called stranger enough for the time being. Can't wait to get this robe off. Blue's not my color.
Ah, it's you again. What do you think? Care for a little game?
Why not? Maybe I'll get lucky.
Excellent! Let's start with a warm-up round. We'll play without bets first. Before we start, take a close look at everything so that you understand the game and won't accuse me of anything afterwards. So, I've got a wooden ball here. I'll set it under this cup. See?
You haven't lost me yet.
Now, I'll move the cups to different positions. Got it?
I think so.
Where's the ball now? Choose a cup.
Middle cup. Got to be.
Exactly! You see? It's simple, isn't it? Now, let's get down to business. If you choose the correct cup, you will win double the amount of your bet. But if you get it wrong, your money belongs to me.
Got it. Let's start. Is it just me, or did you go a little faster that time?
Well, of course it's going to get harder once you placed your bet. So, where's the ball?
The ball has to be under the middle cup.
Or not. Tough luck.
Damn. There goes my money.
Another round?
You'd love that, wouldn't you? No. I've had enough.
What a pity. Maybe later.
Wow. This guy earns his money. I need to win it back. But I get the impression it's not exactly a fair fight. I need a way to track the ball's movements. I can't follow the cups at all. I don't think there's much room for fair play in this arrangement, on either side of the table.
Ah, it's you again. I knew you would want to give it another try.
I'll play again. but I want to make sure that everything's above board.
You're not accusing me of doing something underhand with my cups or the ball, are you?
In a word.
Don't worry. I've got nothing to hide. I'll prove to you that I'm not cheating. I'll use any suitable item that you give me. It shouldn't be too big, and it has to fit under the cups. So, what should we play with?
How about this gold ball here?
No problem. We'll play with that. But that will double the opening bet. Each of us will put in 50 francs.
Okay.
Then let's get started. So, which cup is hiding your golden ball? If you guess right, you win 100 francs.
No reaction. The golden ball doesn't seem to be under the middle cup. God bless modern science. The gold detector lit up, so the gold ball must be under the right cup. If the detector's working, the gold ball must be under this cup. All right then, the ball is definitely under the right cup.
So it is. We have a winner.
Must be my lucky day.
You can say that again. Here are your 100 francs. How about a rematch?
Why not? Seems like I'm on a real lucky streak right now.
Excellent. We'll double the ante again. That means that each of us will wager 100 francs. If you guess correctly again, the 200 francs will be yours. Otherwise, I will be the lucky one. Okay?
Okay. It's a lot of money, but I feel unbeatable today.
All right then. I'll set the ball in the middle again.
Fine by me. Feel free to make it a little harder this time.
Now, where is the golden ball?
No reaction. The golden ball doesn't seem to be under the middle cup. Got it. The light on the detector lit up. Left cup. I'm 100% sure.
Are you really sure? I mean, we're talking about a lot of money here.
You can't make me change my mind. Left cup, I said.
Whatever you say. Damn! You got lucky again.
Unbelievable, eh?
Here are your 200 francs. I've had enough for today. My wives will kill me when they see my till.
Don't want another rematch?
Nope, not today. Your lucky streak will ruin me.
Well, no hard feelings. I'll get out of here.
Yes. I suppose I don't need to wish you good luck.
I finally got the bail money. Listen.
Oui?
I've got Professor Hayes' bail money.
All of it?
Yes. 200 francs.
Very well. Then Monsieur Hayes is free to go. Come on, Hayes. You've made bail. Au revoir.
Are you okay?
Yes, thank you. Let's go. We have a lot to discuss. I'm terribly sorry for our less than civil surroundings. As long as dear Monsieur Lacoste is at my shop, it's a far from suitable venue for discreet conversation. At any rate, please make yourself comfortable. This tale is not a short one, but I'm certain it will be an interesting one.
That may be, Professor. Just bear in mind it's a long time since my last lecture. I need to find my friend. End of story.
I'm well aware of that, but if you ever hope to find your friend, you will need to know what you are searching for, and what may await you at the end of that search.
It's a new approach to me, but I suppose it couldn't hurt.
My academic research focused primarily on Tibet. I've been fascinated with its religion, its secrets, and its legends ever since I was a young man. I became something of an expert. I held a professorship, and sometimes I even received funding to lead expeditions. The last of these expeditions was with your friend, Yen Wang. As you know, we found a dead monk, pieces of a map, and a gemstone.
The Eye of the Dragon.
Exactly. The remains of the map held clues to a mythologized monastery in the Kembalung Valley. This hidden valley was said to contain the entrance to the legendary Shambhala. At that time, however, I only knew that the Buddhists believed Shambhala to be a kingdom where a dynasty of enlightened kings safeguard the most secret teachings of Buddhism. Of course, I always assumed that Shambhala was a religious myth, but the idea that this place could really exist, it was an exciting prospect, the chance for a truly sensational discovery. Unfortunately, the early onset of winter upset our plans, and we had to give up. I was never able to return to that search. Regardless, I compiled all the knowledge that existed on Shambhala. I studied all the available sources, retranslated old texts. The result was a picture of a mysterious place of indescribable power.
Can you describe it?
An ancient place. And it's not just important to Buddhism. Other religions and cultures also have ties to this location. There, my friend, is where all questions and answers have their origin. So that I may perceive whatever holds the world together in its inmost folds.
I'm not a big one for riddles, Professor. Could you be a little more concrete? I don't need enlightening, I just need my friend's whereabouts.
You may yet find both.
When do we get around to how?
How? By finding Shambhala, of course.
I'm not supposed to understand any of this, am I?
You want me to be concrete? Here's a very concrete story. It is the result of many years of research. About 10,000 years ago, a tribe of hunters and herdsmen discovered a colossal system of caves in the Himalayas. While they were there, their intellectual capacities suddenly grew exponentially. The technical advancements that resulted from this growth allowed them to settle in the caves. The people knew that this must be a very special place. At its center, they could feel a strong energy that seemed to be responsible for their rapid development. For these people, this energy proved to be a gift from the gods. They used this gift to build gigantic underground temple complexes. Within a few generations, a prosperous culture was flourishing. Science, art, and architecture were at a level far beyond what we know today. The people developed both a complex language and the first complete writing system. The energy itself, in combination with the rapid tempo of medical advancement, allowed the people to live to an extremely old age. Illness practically ceased to exist.
And these caves are supposed to be Shambhala?
Yes, I am thoroughly convinced that this is the case. However, you can certainly call it something else if you prefer a different name.
I don't know. Even without the dragon, it all still sounds like a fairy tale.
Well, the dragon... I personally believe that the dragon is merely a symbol, because the story continues.
Go on, then.
Something must have happened, because Shambhala was abandoned. I don't know the exact reason why, but what could have caused the people to leave this wonderful place, apart from a true catastrophe?
You mean they got attacked by dragons?
In a way. The dragon seems to be a metaphor for this sudden catastrophe. I can only speculate on the exact nature of this event. However, I believe it has some connection to the energy of the place.
Okay, so they abandoned Shambhala, but why is the entrance still locked up?
Only a few people survived the catastrophe, and they certainly had good reasons for keeping their knowledge of Shambhala a secret. they trained a sworn caste of priests who passed on this knowledge from generation to generation, and who continue to do so today.
Actually, I think the Nazis killed them all.
But there would be more. The caste of priests established 2 monasteries, far from any other settlements, in which to safeguard the secret. The first monastery was built directly over the only entrance to Shambhala.
In the Kembulung Valley?
Most of the priests stayed in this valley, along with one of the 2 artifacts that can open the entrance.
So you really believe that this secret chamber somehow leads to Shambhala? But that would mean that Richard is already...
Indeed.
But if he's there, can he still be alive? I mean, the dragon metaphor thing.
There's only one way to find out.
We need the second artifact, which is in the other monastery, right?
We can only assume so. The second group of priests hiked over the peaks of the Himalayas, the so-called Lost Horizon, until they reached the region that is part of India today. They hid the other key there, in a temple complex. Unfortunately, I never found out exactly where this temple complex is located.
But we have the Eye of the Dragon, and the engravings in the monastery say it'll reveal the location of the second key.
Only if we have the Keeper's map. And, alas, this is something I've long searched for. The only clues I've found refer to a remarkable map drawn up in 1513 by an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis. For example, this map depicts the ice-free perimeters of the Antarctic. As you know, that continent was first officially discovered in 1820, more than 300 years later. So how could Piri Reis have known back then how the Antarctic continent looked without ice? The admiral, who had a talent for languages, made handwritten notes on the map. According to these notes, he used sources from many thousands of years ago when creating the map. He came across these sources during a trip through the Far East. Unfortunately, only a small fragment of the map still exists today.
And the Nazis have got it.
What?
When you said the Admiral's name, so-and-so Reis, I've heard that name.
Piri Reis?
The German expedition leader, the Countess. She was talking about a map in a Berlin museum, and she mentioned that name. Piri Reis.
My word. Sensational.
It's a chance at any rate. If we can get to the map before the Nazis do...
You want to go to Berlin?
We don't have a choice. It's the only way we can get at the map.
Quite apart from getting into the country at all, the map itself certainly won't be laid out in a display case. How do you expect this to work?
The Olympic Games are on. We just need to look like tourists. Besides, it's a lot more fun if you just worry about these things later. Let's get the eye and get out of here.
If you say so. Lacoste must be finished by now. Let's go. Please wait a moment. The Eye of the Dragon is hidden in the back room. Here it is. See? Perfect condition, just like the day we found it.
Great. No time to lose. Let's get the next train to Casablanca, then get on a ship to Spain or Portugal. The further from the Nazis, the better.
It sounds as if you're no stranger to running from problems, young man. You remind me of myself a few dozen years ago.
Professor, get down!
Leave him. We have the eye.
Professor.
They've taken it.
Don't get up. I'll get help.
Don't be a fool. You must follow them before they escape.
You need a doctor.
No! Listen carefully. If you are found on the crime scene, you will be arrested. You cannot help me anymore, my boy. But help yourself and the others recover the Eye of the Dragon. Now it's up to you. You alone, to prevent the Nazis reaching Shambhala.
Excuse me, sir. A telegram just arrived for you.
Thank you, Huxley. Anything else?
No, sir. I just wondered...
I don't need anything else at the moment. You may go.
German ambush in monastery. Stop. Richard's still there. Stop. Paddock to the rescue. Stop. Now in India. Stop. Send reinforcements. Stop. Waiting at Camp Hadley in Rangpur, North India. Stop. Signed Lieutenant Thomas Finch. Stop.
The Countess and her cronies disappeared into that building. That must be where she plans to examine the map. What a coincidence. That's my plan as well. What's that? There's something shiny under that grate. I love shiny things. It's only about 8 inches down, but I can't fit my hand through. The grate won't budge, and I can't fit my hand through. Posters and flyers plastered on several layers deep. This camera ad's coming loose. An ad for a Swish new camera. I've pulled it down. The Nazis disappeared into this museum. Red ropes over the entrance. Not a good start.
Can I help you?
Yes, if you could just tell me how to get into the museum.
Sorry, the exhibit's closed earlier than usual today.
Why is the museum closed today? I've traveled a long way just to see the exhibits.
Well, during the Olympic Games, sometimes the regular schedule gets a little out of whack, you know? There's a reception for today's gold medalists in the upper exhibition halls later tonight, which is going to mean unpaid overtime for me, of course. Anyway, that's why we closed early.
How very frustrating.
Not much of a sports fan?
I'm mainly here for the museum, but the games have certainly proved a happy coincidence.
I'm hoping I'll get to see some of my idols in the flesh tonight, depending on who takes the gold medals.
What do they actually exhibit here?
The main exhibit is on Tibet. You see that animal by the door? It's some sort of enormous mountain sheep that lives in the Himalayas, but I've forgotten the name. Begins with a P or an M.
It's an argali.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
In any case, there are all kinds of rare Tibetan artifacts on display in the upper halls. Do you think you could give me a hand and set this carton down for me? Thanks.
You keep talking about the upper halls. Are there others?
Well, yes, the lower halls. But they've been closed to visitors for over a year.
Why's that?
I couldn't tell you.
And is there a reason you couldn't tell me?
Easy. I don't know. I'm not sure I want to either.
Well, now you've gone and got my attention.
Curiosity can be very bad for your health, you know. All I know is that for some time no one has been allowed into the basement of the museum, and the lower exhibition halls were closed to prevent any visitors from accidentally wandering down there. Can we leave it now?
Sure. Which events are happening tonight?
For my money, the decathlon has got to be the highlight, but there's also rowing and horseback riding. Hold on, I have an event schedule in my newspaper. I don't need it anymore, you can have it.
Oh, thanks very much. You know that reception tonight? How exactly do I get into it?
Oh, just go out and get yourself a gold medal. No problem. No, seriously, aside from the medal winners and their trainers, you basically need to be a German politician. People like us are out in the cold, I'm afraid.
We'll see about that. Not much I can do then, I suppose. I wonder if I can find another way to get into tonight's reception.
As I said, only gold medal winners, their trainers, and a handful of special guests are permitted in the museum tonight. Believe me.
All right then. Would you mind if I took a look around your very exciting foyer for a while?
No problem, as long as you don't get in the way.
Promise. My inventory of the box has produced leftover cleaning supplies and building materials. I'll ask first. Please don't ask me why, but can I have some of the stuff in this box?
You're asking me if you can just take my stuff for no reason whatsoever? I thought the British were supposed to be polite. Well, as it happens, that box is full of crap, so go right ahead.
Sandpaper. An old marigold. The box office is closed. A rubbish bin. Let's see if I can find anything useful. Oh, the lid came off. I'll just pocket that, I think. Jackpot. There's all sorts of valuable rubbish in here. A dried bouquet of flowers wrapped with florist wire. I'll unwrap the wire. A piece of florist wire. Strong, flexible, just like me. Dried flowers. A broken bottleneck. Hardly the gentleman's choice of armament, but that's never been an issue before. A rusty rubbish bin lid. Rust-free. An old marigold. So, we meet again, Argali. Are you taunting me? Is that it? Following me around and popping up at my lowest moments? Bad, Argali. Bad. I don't remember the last one having such a luxurious beard. I tried to grow a beard like that when Kim and I were friendly. She got me drunk one night and shaved it off.
The whiskers are stuck on tight. I could take them with me, but it'll most likely mean lugging around a whole stuffed argali for the rest of the day. This guy owes me a favor. The least he can do is spare me some whiskers. Argali whiskers. The only interesting things about this door are its large, round handles. And even they're struggling to get my heart racing. I'll leave the door open so I don't get in trouble. It's seen better days. The red paint's been chipped off the handles. The exhibition halls are closed for tonight's reception for the gold medal winners. I should check the museum before I look around town. Let's see which contests are scheduled for today. The final event in the decathlon is happening shortly. In the run-up to the long jump, the man in the lead is... No, this can't be right. Glenn Parker of the United Kingdom? There's even a photo. No doubt about it. That's the same Glenn Parker who went to Sandhurst with Richard and me. Even back then he was a top-class athlete. Fantastic! This is my chance to get into the museum reception. I'll just ask Glenn to smuggle me in. Maybe he can pass me off as his trainer. I should head straight to the stadium. He must be getting warmed up. Okay, let's find Glenn. He's probably in the locker room.
I'm afraid this is the locker room, friend. You probably shouldn't be in here.
Glenn, it's me, Fenton. Fenton Paddock.
Fenton? Nice beard. What are you doing here?
I'm here saving the world. It's not a real beard. But look, I heard you were top billing for the decathlon. I need to talk to you.
How did you even get in here?
That's a rather adventurous story.
And I figured I'd find you here. Not that it was easy getting in.
Hello.
Hello.
Is this the press entrance?
Yes, it is. May I see your credentials, please?
Credentials?
The only people permitted access are the athletes, their trainers, official IOC employees, and press photographers. Do any of those apply to you?
Sure. Why not? I'm actually with the press.
Then show me your press pass.
Would you believe I've temporarily misplaced it?
Not really. If you've really lost your pass, go to the IOC accreditation office and claim a new one.
But the events are about to start. I can't miss them.
Then you'd better hurry. The IOC office is located at Pariserplatz.
Okay. I'll be back.
And don't forget your camera. Only photographers are allowed to enter the contest area. Journalists should go to the main gate.
Got it. Thanks.
Well, I guess I'm heading to the IOC office at Pariserplatz to get myself a press pass. He's guarding the entrance. Only athletes, trainers, and photographers allowed. The most important thing is not to win, but to take part. Apart from today, of course, where the fate of the entire world rests on Glenn getting the gold. I guess the organ grinder is hoping that generous passers-by will drop some change in his hat. But the hat is still empty. Even if I had any money, it's not as if he's actually done much to earn it. Scruffy, but lovable. In a German kind of way.
Excuse me, may I interrupt for a moment?
Oh, hello. Do I really look all that busy?
Well, now that you mention it, no. Is your whatever that thing is broken?
No, I just don't feel like playing.
Why not?
An artist needs an audience, attention, applause, and of course, Earning a few pennies doesn't hurt either.
Well, I can listen, but I'm afraid I'm completely broke.
That's all right.
The potential audience in this part of the stadium is pretty limited. Why exactly did you pick this location?
Unfortunately, it was assigned to me. We have the odd athlete and journalist pass by, but it's been a slow pitch. I wanted to set up over at the main entrance, but I wasn't allowed.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm going to go have a look around the city.
Have fun.
A barrel organ. According to the label, these bottles contain helium.
I definitely think these contain helium, you know.
Let's inflate the little bugger. Great. That is the ugliest thing I have ever clapped eyes on. And Sandhurst had communal showers. The glove's full of helium. I'm holding onto the end to keep it inflated. Let's try and fish out that thing with the wire. I can't quite get it. Ah, Pariserplatz. And that seems to be the IOC office. Oh, good. It's closed. Hello? Anyone home? Damn it. Now what am I supposed to do?
Excuse me?
Yes?
Well, I'm sorry, but it was hard to miss hearing you vent your frustration at the accreditation office. Could you be both a fellow journalist and a fellow countryman?
What gave you that idea?
Only a true Brit would curse like that. I'm from the island too, and who else but a journalist would need to get into the IOC office? It's been closed since 4 p.m., by the way.
Ah.
My name is Edison, Baltus Edison. I work for the Tribune in London.
Edison? Like the famous inventor?
Yes, quite. You're the first person ever to notice that, in fact.
Really? Because I would have thought quite a lot of people would have... Oh, you're joking. My name's Paddock. I'm a foreign affairs correspondent in Hong Kong.
Ah, how lovely. My work has never taken me to our crown colonies, but I'm sure things are much more interesting there than here at the Olympic Games, eh?
How do you mean?
Well, to be honest, I hate sports. I write for the arts and entertainment section, actually. But our editor-in-chief sent all available reporters here to cover the games, so we'd have an exclusive report on every event, including the dull ones. And what are you writing about?
I'm a freelancer. I'm, looking for stories off the beaten track, away from the big events.
Lucky you. I'd love to trade places. You know, I'm working on a big story back home. I'm nearly ready to expose the romantic escapades of a certain member of the royal family. My research is nearly complete. If I could get back and finish, I'd have enough material to drop this bombshell on the public. But instead, I'm here, squandering my precious time on stories about Olympic handball.
Yeah, excuse me, gentlemen. Mr. Edison, there's a call for you from London.
Probably my department head, wanting to know what's holding up my article on yesterday's events. Best not to tell him it was a bottle of scotch, eh? Please relay the following message, word for word. Mr. Edison is currently indisposed and will personally report to the editor-in-chief. He would appreciate it if everyone else would leave him in peace.
I will pass your message along, sir.
Thank you. I won't last much longer in this job, I tell you, but I've bored you quite enough.
Not at all. Actually, I have one more question about the IOC.
Yes?
Any chance of it opening again today?
What do you think?
Not a chance in hell. Well, look, I've got to get going. I'm sure you'd like to read your paper in peace.
Not really. Our valued colleagues rarely have anything amusing to print. In any event, I enjoyed chatting with you.
Likewise. Perhaps I'll see you later. Bortus Edison, an English journalist. He's a sports journalist who hates sports. Edison's jacket. He left his glasses and his press pass in the breast pocket. I could really use that press pass in his jacket. It'd get me into the stadium to see Glenn. I guess I should ask him first.
Excuse me, Mr. Edison. May I bother you for a moment?
You would only be bothering me if I were actually enjoying this newspaper, which, to be perfectly frank, I am not. How can I help you?
I noticed the press pass in your jacket, and I was wondering if you might be willing to lend it to me. Just for tonight, so I can get into the stadium to watch the events.
I'm afraid I can't. I have to go and watch an event myself. And besides, my press pass lets me use the public transport for free.
But you see, it's very important that I get into the stadium tonight.
Look, my friend, we're just talking about sports here. You shouldn't take it so seriously. Tomorrow is another day, after all. You can get a press pass in the morning and start reporting right away.
Okay, I understand. My apologies.
No harm done.
The future does not bode well for that child's teeth. Or figure. He's sucking on a huge lollipop. What do we have here?
Oh, what's the matter, sweetheart? Don't cry. You know how it troubles Mummy's nerves. Mummy just wants to enjoy a bite to eat in peace. She gets very cross when she's hungry.
Either I look a fright today, or that kid is just jumpy. The poor thing nearly spat out his lolly. Good thing he didn't. I'd rather not get into trouble with a mother of that stature. Hey, it's a life choice. She just likes food. I could teach her a thing or two about proper nutrition, but I doubt she'd be interested. Who spilled the ketchup? Come on, own up. My mother taught me not to eat with my fingers. A clean napkin. This napkin is mine. All mine. A napkin printed with the name of the cafe. Erica. A bit of tidiness never hurt anyone. Apart from that one time I tried to clean the office and broke my collarbone. Long story. The napkin is printed with the name of the cafe, Erica. It's smeared with ketchup. The office of the International Olympic Committee, or IOC for short. It's already closed. Ridiculous, I know. The Brandenburg Gate. It's Berlin's Big Ben. A telephone booth. I haven't got any German coins. Come to think of it, I haven't got any money at all. I need something to tie it down. Yes, well, that makes for the ugliest looking balloon animal I've ever set my eyes on. If I'd been given a terrifying balloon animal made from an old rubber glove when I was a kid, I would have considered myself lucky. Yes, I'm going to run away now.
Ugh, what is this? Where did this foul-looking thing come from? Here, my little honey bun, here's a nice new lolly for you.
Another of my attempts to educate the public bites the dust. The lolly's lying there in the dirt. A bus stop sign. I can't remove it. A tourist snapping the Brandenburg Gate.
Careful! Do not touch my camera!
Don't worry. I had no intention of touching anything.
I spent a great many hours painstakingly setting up that camera, and it would be a catastrophe if you were to move it by so much as a hair.
Please forgive my curiosity. Allow me to introduce myself. Fэнton Paddock.
A pleasure. Count Otto von Droste-Schattenburg.
A count with a camera, eh? Wouldn't, say, an adding machine be a more appropriate device?
Please. I would be much obliged if you would not trivialize our conversation with such banal wordplay. I am a renowned photographer from Vienna. Have you never heard of me?
To be honest, no, I haven't. But maybe that's because I live in Hong Kong.
My work has also been exhibited in Hong Kong, sir.
Oh. Oh! That Count Otto van Droste-Schattenburger. What are you taking pictures of?
I'm shooting images for my latest photographic series, Berlin and the Olympic Games. This work will be subtitled The Forgotten Landmarks. I intend to capture locations that are not currently the main focus of public interest.
I see.
Unfortunately, artistic freedom is becoming a thing of the past in Berlin. Photography is often banned in public squares or even in entire districts. This does not make my work any easier.
What's the deal with these photography bans?
Oh, political reasons. The government officials here believe there are certain parts of the city that may be unrepresentative of the capital's overall charm.
But the Brandenburg Gate's okay, right?
That's correct. The gate is to be the central focus of my latest project. A photography ban here would mean all my months of preparation were for naught. Several galleries have already booked the exhibit in advance. No, a ban here would be absolutely outrageous. But then, the Count von Droste-Schattenburg isn't just anybody. Even here I have friends in high places. Why, I would go straight to the magistrate and make my mind known.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Your camera looks very professional.
Of course it does. It is the most advanced model available on the market today. It has a new setting that I use for experimental photography. I take multiple exposures of the same image at regular intervals. This allows me to capture different phases of my subject and depict them in a single photograph.
Ah, I see. So the position of the camera mustn't change at all while you're taking a picture, right?
I see that you know something about the fine art of photography.
Just an interested layman. I have to ask about the photography ban again.
Yes.
You said that if photography were banned here at Pariserplatz, you could have the city magistrate change that.
Well, I would certainly go directly to his office and bring the full weight of my influence to bear.
But what would happen to your camera and the photos you're taking? Perhaps a concerned passerby would offer to keep an eye on them until you got back.
But where would I find someone like that? I don't suppose...
Count, I would be more than happy to lend you a hand, should the unlikely circumstance arise, of course. Well, I don't want to keep you from your work any longer.
Thank you.
So, now the worn doorknob is completely red again. I'm a stickler for the little details. If I press the poster against the doorknob, it produces an interesting new symbol on my poster. I've stamped the poster with a red band symbol. A lolly. Sweet, sticky, bad for your teeth. I should stick to booze. Might just be long enough. Hopefully it'll stick. Ah, a Reichsmark coin. Can't help but think I could have spent all this time busking and made more money. But hey, it's something for nothing. Sort of. A Reichsmark coin. always time for a quick natter.
Berlin Telephone Exchange, how may I direct your call?
If I can lure Edison into the cafe, maybe I can borrow his press pass. All right, I'll try my luck. Connect me to Cafe Erica at Pariserplatz, please.
One moment, please.
This is Cafe Erica. How may I help you?
Do you have a customer there by the name of Edison? Baltus Edison?
Yes, Mr. Edison is just outside. Whom shall I say is calling?
This is his editor-in-chief in London speaking. Please tell him that it's urgent. He needs to come back right away. It's about juicy goings-on at Buckingham Palace.
I will relay your message, sir. One moment, please. Mr. Edison, there's another call for you.
Who is it now?
Your editor-in-chief in London. He has an urgent assignment for you concerning the British royal family.
Finally! My prayers have been answered. Where is the telephone?
Follow me, please.
Perfect. This may not be a gentlemanly thing to do, but then, when has that ever bothered me? Edison might lose a job he hates. He might have to pay for the bus. But at least he won't have to live in a world ruled by super-powered Nazis. I'd say it's more than a fair trade.
I'm very sorry, sir. We do have occasional connection problems.
Not a problem. I'll go to the hotel and try to contact him from there. See you.
Goodbye, sir.
So, I got a press pass, and I look a little bit like the man in the photo. Apart from, you know, the glasses, and the hat. The goatee too, I suppose. Similar is... It's certainly an authentic-looking prohibition sign, but it won't stay up there on its own. I'll rub the lolly on the back of the poster so I can hang it up somewhere. Okay, let's see if this works. Hello, Count.
Oh, you again.
Count, terrible, terrible news. I just discovered there's a photography ban throughout Pariserplatz.
What are you saying? Where is that written?
Follow me, I'll show you. You see? Up there.
Unbelievable! Outrageous! I am furious! Young man, you must look after my camera while I resolve this issue. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Count.
The Count's camera, resting on a sturdy tripod. The ends justify the means. I hope.
Oh, very professional.
Just what I need. Edison's press pass. We're not too dissimilar, but the photo shows him sporting a goatee, glasses and a hat. The glasses I stole from Edison's jacket pocket. They're an integral element in my elaborate journalist disguise. This hat might make me look a bit more like Edison on his press pass, but I think my kleptomaniacal urges have been sated for one day. Hey, it's a real condition.
Hello, it's me again.
Hi there. Don't worry, you haven't missed much.
By the way, I really like your hat.
Really? I hardly ever wear it. I just use it to collect money.
It doesn't really seem to be fulfilling its purpose, does it?
And you're saying that's the hat's fault?
It looks a bit greasy. Maybe that's putting your customers off.
You might be right. It really doesn't look very clean, does it?
If you give me your hat, I'll give you something even better in return.
A connoisseur of old greasy hats, are you? Okay, if you can give me something good to replace it, you can have the hat.
I've got this polished metal bowl that absolutely isn't a rubbish bin lid. Wouldn't it be better for collecting money than your old hat?
Let me see that. Yes, this is good. It's sturdy and it looks a damn sight better than my old hat.
So, you want to trade?
Gladly. Here, take the thing.
Thanks. It's not quite like the one in Edison's picture, but it'll do. Only photographers, athletes, and trainers are allowed to use this entrance. I've got everything I need, apart from so much as a sliver of plausibility that I might pass for Edison. It's me again. I can already tell you're excited by that.
I'll be excited if you have your press pass.
See you later.
See you.
Only photographers, athletes, and trainers are allowed to use this entrance. I've got everything I need, apart from so much as a sliver of plausibility that I might pass for Edison.